All right, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? Just a heads up, I may or may have to take a brief break because my sister is supposed to be flying in from Oklahoma at any given moment. So just bear with me if that does happen. Let me see here. Got 35 watching, man. Please hit the like button on your way in. As my moderator say, travel vlog channel, man. Make sure y'all check that out, man. I have been to Vietnam, the Philippines, and Thailand in the last 3 months. A lot of content amongst those three countries, as well as the month that I spent in Colombia earlier this year. So, 4 months, four different countries. Should check that out. Uh, yeah, follow me on TikTok and Instagram. Same name as the YouTube channel. Yeah, man, latest music, and we'll be having another mixtape dropping in a few weeks. So I keep them coming once a month. I actually just finished up Columbia Soul Volume 2. I just finished working on that. Um, so I'm actually recently just getting started on the following project that I'm gonna put out for November. So still working, man. Well, one of the things I do like about being back in the Matrix, man, is working on the music. So yeah. And if y'all want to purchase any merch, man, that is the link uh, to the merch, spreadshot.com. And if you want to support the ship, as the homie Angry Man would say, that is the Cash App tag. Let me keep this up. Make sure I'm keeping an eye out on that. Excuse me 1 second, fellas. All right, okay, we good. All right. So let's see who we got in here, man. I am Alex West, Shadow Slayer, Philip, Tactics TV. What's going on, brother? Craig, Quan Murphy, what's going on, brother? R Star, Crazy Siri Gamer, what's going on? G, Mr. Guap, my homie A Bizzle, A Bizzle. Yeah, that reminds me, man. Now that I'm back, man, sometime in the future, man, me and you gonna have to link, man. Get your ass in that gym. I'm actually trying to put it back on. I lost more weight than I thought I did while I was gone. Like, oh my God. I think I'm gonna try to get up to like 150, 155 and just stay there. I know typically I walk around about 145, 147, but I think I wanna try to walk around a little heavier. But I want to put it on the right weight. I don't want to rush it back. I mean, I've lost a lot of strength too. But part of that had to do with me getting that surgery and having to work my way back. Because not too long after I healed from it, I ended up leaving for Southeast Asia. So really didn't work out consistently when I was overseas. Not like I want to. Oh man, hold on. Gotta stop the show. Gotta stop the show. Gotta stop the show. Man, that brother, man. Jamal Fowler with a $20 cash out, brother. Says for blessings, brother. Thank you so much, my guy. That's love, man. Much love, man. That's crazy because I don't even see him in the chat, man. That's my bruh. He a real one, man. Stay showing support, bro. That's my guy, man. Damn. Shout out to Jamal Fowler for the $20 cash out. He is, as of right now, the sponsor of the show. This man ain't even in the chat, and he the sponsor of the show. Go for what you know. Global Passport crew in here. I see you, bro. Made to make you think. Okay, then. Yeah, I think I saw you in here before, man. It's good to see you, brother. Paul Johnson, Eric for real. Salute. What's good? Rose S. Yes, another new member. So if you want to become a member, man, make sure y'all do that, man. I appreciate you becoming a member of the channel. Yes, sir. Man, love you guys. 45 watching. All right, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Let me go ahead and get rid of this so that way I can share the screen with you guys. Wow. Got a nice amount of people here. Decent turnout. I think this is very important because when we got politicians and mainstream media talking about these issues, I think it really says a lot. It's very, very telling. Make sure I got everything good to go. All right, let me go ahead and share this. All righty. We looking good. America's DeVille, what's going on, brother? Leo 1955. Good God, I ain't seen you in a while, brother. Not in at least on a live anyway, man. What's going on, G? Oh, Jizzle, man. The old Jizzle. All right, man. So shout out the Manosphere highlights, first of all. Fair use. Man, make sure I go ahead and put that up so that way, man, y'all. Well, yeah, you're right, Americans. Remember, I did a video a few months ago about the about the them companies that make wedding dresses and wedding rings and what have you. Yeah, I'm like, you know, them businesses over there shutting down. I'm really not surprised. Let's keep it moving. But shout out to Manosphere Highlights Daily. Huge fan of his channel. And this was very, very interesting. I was like, bro, I gotta speak on this, man. All right, so let's keep it moving.
Janice, are you there?
At your service, sir.
Give me some of that dating foolishness.
Will do, sir.
I talked to a lot of young women, and they also mentioned that the men who they were hoping to date were just not there.
Welcome to Manosphere Highlights Daily. Shout out to Mr. Davis for sending us this video. Salute! Have you ever heard of the boiling frog metaphor? The term comes from an analogy in which a frog is placed in a pot of cold water and the heat is gradually increased. The frog fails to notice the slow temperature rise and eventually gets cooked alive. In a societal context, the term can be used to describe situations in which men's issues or problems are ignored or not taken seriously until they reach a critical point or crisis level. Winter is here to stay, and now women are looking for answers, and the mainstream media can no longer ignore Manosphere talking points because the negative effects have become evident and widespread. But the mainstream media is not going to tell you the truth. That's why we're here. Let's talk about it. Now it's time for us to get into this and do what we got to do because we men, ain't we? We men, ain't we?
Deconstruction of America begins with and depends on the deconstruction of American men. The left want to define traditional masculinity as toxic. They want to define the traditional masculine virtues, things like courage and independence and assertiveness, as a danger to society.
Republican Senator Josh Hawley back in 2021 discussing what he calls the decline in masculinity. Though the Missouri lawmaker has been one of the loudest voices speaking out against these so-called attacks on manhood, his rhetoric has become all too familiar with young men in the country. This is an issue we've discussed on the show before. And for more, we're joined by writer for the Washington Post's opinion section, Christine Emba.
There are specific reasons why they let Christine Elba and Scott Galloway on the show, okay? Look at the title of this video. Men have turned to awful models of masculinity and how to change it. This man right here, Senator Josh Hawley, is considered an awful model of masculinity to young men because he believes in traditional masculinity. Keep this in mind, fellas. Stay focused.
And they're looking for a path forward, but unfortunately.
So hold on. So I want y'all to think about this, man. This man right here is a senator. And he's seen as a bad example of masculinity because he believes in traditional values. A senator. Oh my God, man. This country is finished, bro. Like, this country is finished. This country is really, really finished. Yeah, Shadow Wolf. The West is falling. This is crazy, man. Look at this. Republicans push masculinity agenda. What do you mean? Masculinity is masculinity. Y'all been trying to redefine masculinity for God knows how long, man. It's really starting to get annoying. Patrick Boy. Oh, what's up, man? I see you, Patrick. But yeah, man, if he's a bad example, I don't want to know what they think of somebody like an Andrew Tate. I'm like, because I don't recall watching this from beginning to end, but I remember watching a little bit of it, so I wouldn't be surprised if he pops up in this conversation. All right, let's keep it moving.
Fine, fellas, stay focused.
And they're looking for a path forward, but unfortunately, progressives and the left are not really offering a path. So instead, they turn to often right-wing figures. Josh Hawley is one of the tamer of the bunch, I would say. But even people like Andrew Tate, who has become famous recently after being retweeted by Elon Musk and, more importantly, being imprisoned in Romania for sex trafficking. Those are the examples they go to, these awful models of masculinity, because there aren't better pro-social models of masculinity that they can look towards. And that seems like a real lack in our society. And it's only going to get worse as, a vast swath of young men begin to feel more and more lost and disappear.
You heard what she said. Pro-social. They finally acknowledge that there is a boy crisis. And the reason why they acknowledge this boy crisis is because these boys are moving into a direction that doesn't suit their agenda. Say whatever you want about Andrew Tate, but Andrew Tate is not the problem. He makes a lot of noise and they want him to shut up, but silencing him or him ending up in prison is not going to solve the problem at hand. Like I've said before, with the boiling frog metaphor, this problem has been looming for a long time now. Check this out from her article. Janice, read.
They
Hold on. I want to go back because, first of all, damn, yeah, I should have seen Andrew Tate coming. What I find very interesting is that how she tried to pull a what's that girl from ESPN, Michaela? She tried to pull a Michaela and just wanted to slip in what happened to him getting arrested. Oh yeah, which he recently got off of house arrest, by the way, because they had to release him from jail because they couldn't find anything. The only reason why they did it is because they've been trying to shut him up. Like that's the real reason why, like keeping it a buck. Okay, I had to make sure I was good. So I heard my bad, you guys. I heard my phone going off. I had to make sure it wasn't. Okay. I just had to make sure it wasn't Cash App. But yeah, Malika Andrews, man. She tried to pull a Malika Andrews. Yeah, or even Andrew Tate, who recently got famous because Elon Musk mentioned him in blase blase, and he just got arrested for sex trafficking. Yeah, false allegations, which he got released for, and he's no longer on house arrest either. So, with that being said, it just goes to show you, man, like y'all, the reason why we don't have any good pro left examples, the reason why is because they don't believe in any of that shit. That's why. That's because they're not traditional. They don't rock with traditional values. That's why. The left is all this backward shit that y'all got going on. You know, all the pronouns and shit. Like all this extra shit. Like don't nobody want that. I know, right? Like I like Rachel Nichols. To like Malika Andrews, man, she a headache, but that's what she did. She definitely tried to pull a Malika Andrews. But I'm just really it just kind of like makes my head hurt to see that having any kind of traditional values is frowned upon. And the reason why it gives me such a headache because this is what I grew up on. So it's like how do you like oh man. All right, let's keep it moving.
This problem has been looming for a long time now. Check this out from her article. Janice, read.
They struggled to relate to women. They didn't have enough friends. They lacked long-term goals. Some guys, including ones I once knew, just quietly disappeared, subsumed into video games and porn, or sucked into the alt-right and the web of misogynistic communities known as the manosphere.
We made a video explaining what the manosphere is, and the video immediately got demonetized, which means no promotion. The manosphere doesn't have a leader. It's decentralized. It doesn't matter who you silence. It will only amplify the truth. The reason the manosphere is deemed misogynistic and toxic is because men in this space expose female nature, expose how the system doesn't work in men's favor. The manosphere talked about the boy crisis a long time ago. This boy crisis, mainstream media doesn't talk about. We preach opting out, going your own way, getting your passport. And on this channel, the message is to protect yourself at all times. And this space keeps growing because men resonate. They do not want young men to follow this information coming from this space. Let's take it a step further.
I talked to a lot of
But I say this all the time on my channel, you guys. This is one of the main reasons why I get women in the comments on my videos talking trash. Y'all gotta understand something, man. Like, bro, once you understand female nature, you take away a woman's power. And once you realize that if it wasn't for the sex, you really wouldn't deal with the woman in the first place. Once you start thinking about that, like just get that out the way first, and I'm telling you, you'll be far better off. And believe it or not, it actually makes you more attractive to women when they know that they can't just get you or keep you with sex. They're either it's either gonna be two things. They're either gonna be more turned on by it, or they're gonna be intimidated by it. One or the other. Because once you understand their nature, man, you pretty much in the clear, bro. Like for real. But this is why, man. Because once you understand their nature, they can't manipulate you anymore. And they need to be able to do that. They want to be able to influence you. Um, and once they actually have to be like a good person. They actually have to be genuine. It kind of puts them on the spot. Like, okay, like, are you really here? Are you really down? Are you really interested? You feel me? Type of deal. So that's pretty much what it comes down to. All right, you guys. I hear my sister coming in. Give me 1 second, you guys. Like I said, she flying in. Give me 1 second. My apologies, you guys, my apologies. You said you gotta leave with some elevator music or something. Yeah, I probably should have did that. Yeah, let's go.
This space keeps growing because men resonate. They do not want young men to follow this information coming from this space. Let's take it a step further.
I talked to a lot of young women, and they also mentioned that the men who they were hoping to date were just not there. Exactly as you said, they were, at home playing video games and watching porn, or just not stepping up. And then talking to guys themselves, they almost seemed confused as to what they were supposed to do. Like, are we allowed to talk to women? Are we not supposed to talk to women? I'm so confused. I guess I'm just not going to do anything at all.
Who creates this confusion? You see what they're doing here? Even though mainstream media is acknowledging men's issues, they present it in the context of men needing to step up. In other words, men still need to go out there and be workhorses to prevent the inevitable collapse of this Western society and seek female validation, even though the juice isn't worth the squeeze. So it's not women that need to step up. It's not women who should create an incentive to get men away from the video game or porn movies and shift the focus back on them. Nah, nobody's talking about women having to woman up on mainstream media. Listen carefully.
The men who they were hoping to date were just not there.
We all know who these men, these women are hoping to date are. The rest is invisible. I purposely started with these clips because this is exactly the basis for why the mainstream media has her talking. They do not want the quote-unquote traditional masculinity where courage, independence, and assertiveness is glorified or celebrated. On the contrary, they do not want men to be unproductive, playing video games and watching porn. So what is it that they do want? Check this out.
And Christine, you dive into the conversation about American masculinity in a new essay entitled Men Are Lost. Here's a map out of the wilderness. And let me read from a part of it because it's really compelling and it's a hard conversation to have. You say, I started noticing it a few years ago. Men, especially young men, were getting weird. For all their problems, the strict gender roles of the past did give boys a script of how to be a man. But if trying to smash the patriarchy has left a vacuum in our ideal of masculinity, it also gives us a chance at a fresh start, an opportunity to take what is useful from models of the past and repurpose it for boys and men today. We can find ways to work with the distinctive traits and powerful stories that already exist. Risk-taking, strength, self-mastery, protecting, providing, procreating. We can recognize how real and important they are, and we can attempt to make them pro-social, to help not just men, but also women, and to support the common good. In my ideal, the mainstream could embrace a model that acknowledges male particularity and difference, but doesn't denigrate women to do so. It's a vision of gender that's not androgynous, but still equal and relies on character, not just biology.
And let me add to that. Like, seriously. Hold on. I'm not done yet.
Wait a minute, what the hell? You lose.
Like, seriously, man. Like, bruh. Like, how? How? See, this is exactly why I did that live reaction yesterday. Because notice how when Candace Owens and Andrew Tate are having this conversation, a lot of their stuff all came all the way back down to the basics of biology. But here we are. See, it's this new age bullshit. Trying to tell y'all, man, like, they are really trying to reprogram us, especially the women, man. They got to the women bad. That's why, cause see, and this is how you know. See, this is how you know that they don't want you to know this information. Do you see any of these people talking about any other spaces on YouTube when it comes to relationships? Do you ever see people on TV discussing women who got channels on how to finesse men, how to get with wealthy men? Do you see mainstream media covering people who got divester channels like a Cynthia G with as big as a following as she has? Shira 7, biggest following she has. Why come they are not drawing any attention for the stuff they do? But the moment you got a space that's created by men who are speaking pretty much nothing but facts for real, it's like you expose this female nature, and it's like you feel a way about it. And the reason why you feel a way about it is because it doesn't put you in the best light, but it's pretty much all true. Yeah, I mean, you can't really disagree with it. And I think what women struggle with is that they don't like hearing it out loud more than anything. I think women want you to know it. They just don't want you to spread the word, so to speak. Kind of like how women react when it comes to passport bros as well. There he is, man. Shout out to Jamal Fowler, man. He is the current sponsor of the show with the $20 cash app earlier. Shout out to Fowler. All right, man. Let's keep it moving.
Oh my goodness. This is the problem with feminism and women in general. Women don't understand trade offs. You can't have one without the other. Like Thomas Sowell said, there are no solutions, there are only trade offs. When you read her article, she's all over the place because women want it all. Nowhere in this article and in this interview does she talk about what women are willing to give up to get what they want, because women are perfect, right? Nothing wrong with them. It's men that are lost. Men like Scott Galloway and Richard Reeves can get on these shows because they don't hold women accountable. They are politically correct. A lot of these young men are raised by their mothers. We all know the profound negative impact that has on boys. Look what happens when you present real men's issues to the public.
And everything that that was part of my infrastructure for producing income, and every article I used to write for the New York Times used to be published. And once I started to explain boys and men's positions, they were not published anymore for the next 29 articles. All the TV shows, the Oprahs and so on that I would be on, they stopped calling me, etc. And so it was, I went from doing extremely well financially to, doing much more marginally. But fortunately, I'm a reasonably decent business person and was able to invest the money I had made during the women's movement in order to support myself, being able to share a more full story of what was happening with boys and men.
When Warren Farrell was advocating for the women's movement, they were shilling and paying him well. When he started advocating for men, he was labeled an awful model for masculinity. Nothing has changed, fellas. Even though the manosphere is mainstream now, they still don't give a shit about men.
And we need to...
Bruh, hold on. So you mean to tell me this man was advocating for women, and they was paying him grip. But the moment he started advocating for men, all of a sudden he's a bad example for masculinity. Bro. I pray to God that the United States don't go to war with anybody, because whew, man, listen. This is unbelievable, man. Ah, the same person that was advocating for women is a bad example of masculinity because he started advocating for men too. And see, and that's my thing. It's like, how are we supposed to come together if we don't hold both sides accountable? Like that's what really gets to me. Well, like when these women just act like there's absolutely nothing wrong with them, it's like, oh my god. Because at least as men, we can sit together and have a conversation. We can think of a lot of shit that men shouldn't be doing. The problem is that the things that we say men need to improve or shouldn't do typically don't work in a woman's favor. Not the way they will want it to anyway. Bruh, Canadian Bro TV, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's pretty much been my vibe ever since I came back, man. I really, and let me tell you, I go to the gym. I'm back to going to the gym 5 times a week since I got back. See plenty of attractive women, man, but it's different, man. Yeah, Coach Carp, I agree with you, man. I don't think this cycle is ever gonna break. I'm gonna be honest with you. But this is crazy, bro. That don't make any sense.
To acknowledge that no cohort in America has fallen further faster than young men.
Manosphere, we working. Protect yourself at all times.
Man, shout out the Manosphere highlights, man. This But yeah, you know it's bad when you got these people talking on TV about it. Senators. We got senators out here discussing this, you guys. Mainstream media and senators. It's getting bad, bro. It's getting really bad. And you know it's getting bad when you're a senator and you can't get through these people and they're looking at you the same way they look at an Andrew Tate. And you're a senator. You're literally you're literally there, bro. Like, how do you not say the West is lost without saying the West is lost? Real, man. I'm seeing y'all in the chat. I'm right there with y'all, bro. Telling you, bro. Like, well, once y'all leave for the first time, y'all come back. Especially when you deal with a feminine woman overseas. You ain't gonna want to deal with women. You ain't gonna want to deal with women in the States anymore. I'm telling y'all that right now. Facts. Telling you that right now, right now. But yeah, man, I think it's over, man. I really think it's over. When you got a senator, when you got a senator who is being looked at the same way they look at Andrew Tate, you know it's over. There's definitely an agenda being pushed. Why they think this is good for society, I don't know why. Because all y'all doing at the end of the day is just making us look real soft and vulnerable. And that's my concern. Y'all literally got the same countries that don't like us laughing at us because they're looking at us like y'all look like a bunch of soft you know what. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, Global Passport Crew. I'm like, it's a tactic that's getting very old, to be honest with you. Like I knew it was bad when I used to work at my old job, right? There was a girl there that I wanted to date, and my boss had made this joke about like, and this girl is like was like barely even 5 foot tall, right? Tiny little thing, right? But she just happened to be like she was like all thighs and ass, right? So my boss was like, I bet you she can kick your ass. I'm like, nah. She was like, yes, I can. I was like, nah. And I said it just like that. This woman literally said toxic masculinity. I said, oh my God. And I know right now she young too. She probably like 22, 23, 24. That's when I knew, okay, like, see, you Gen Z chicks, y'all go straight to the shaming tactics. Like if this is what I got to choose from, I'm cool. And this was a white chick, y'all. So like I see, this is why I tell y'all all the time, this is a Western culture issue. This ain't just a black woman issue. Like I remember this happening, and this was a white chick. She literally said I was toxic. She said toxic masculinity just because I said she can't beat my ass. Think about that for a minute. I'm toxically. I am masculinely. I'm toxic because I don't think you can beat my ass. Can't make this shit up, bro. can't make this up. I'm telling y'all, man, it's bad. And that happened a few years ago. Like that's not recent. Like, man, like for real. Oh, Kings and Dreams in the building, man. Yeah, that EOS, man. Damn right. Damn right. Say that happened to you too, brother. Bruh, that blew my mind. I couldn't think of anything to say because I was just so shocked at how stupid this woman sounded because I thought she was smart. Like, bro, this girl is a teacher. Like, she teaches little kids. So when I heard this come out of her mouth, I'm like, and you teach kids? But me saying that you can't beat my ass is toxic masculinity. Girl, bye. Like, man. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Tactical Insider. I'm gonna just throw this out there. And I know women watch my channel too. So I'm letting y'all know right now. When I say this, I don't mean all women, but a lot of y'all women just dumb as hell. I'm gonna just say it. Some of y'all just dumb. Like real talk. Like
You stupid.
like for real.
You stupid. You stupid. You stupid. You stupid. You stupid. You stupid.
Like, and I could just go on and on about like the issues because I find that funny how that whole video y'all try to pin this whole situation on men like ain't nothing wrong with women. Yet y'all want to smash the patriarchy by trying to dump off some of the load as far as what a woman has done traditionally onto a man while simultaneously still holding that man to a traditional standard. So you want more from a man now, but you're offering less than the women before them. And the only person you can point the finger at is the man. That doesn't make any sense. How can you ask for more, offer less, but then be mad at the men for not taking the deal? Like, think about that, man. I want y'all to seriously think about that. If you just look at it from a business deal perspective. If you got two deals on the table, why is the person that's asking for more but offering less? Why would that person be a better deal than the person that's offering more for less? Or more of a better exchange than the first option? It doesn't make any sense. But this is what these women are trying to sell you, bro. And they really think it's enough. And this is one of the reasons why I hate social media, because to be honest with you, I think that plays a big part. Because just like how these women sit over here and be like, y'all say y'all don't want the girls with the BBLs, but those are the girls that are getting all the likes. Well, maybe that explains why so many of y'all women got these huge ass egos, because y'all get all these likes from these random ass men that y'all see on fucking social media. So because of it, when you do deal with a man, you feel entitled to this, that, and the third, because you got all these other hundreds of dudes that want to fuck you. So thank you, social media. These women feel even more entitled to bullshit simply because of all the extra validation that they get from damn simps and orbiters on social media. Swear every girl with a cute face and a fat ass think they a celebrity now. I know I just went on a bit of a rant, man, but I had to, man. Seriously, man. Church, bruh. They don't want to get me started. They don't want to get me started. He's for real, man. Like that agitates me, bro. That agitates me. But that makes perfect sense. I'm like, now I understand why they see. I'm like, and you know what? I need to do a video about that on my channel, man. Because women really do use social media as kind of like a way to gauge everything. And I really hate that, man, because social media ain't real life, man. Like, it's not. Like, think about that, y'all. Y'all know I barely be on social media. Like, I'm like, y'all give me a hard time all the time about not being on Instagram all the time, like, or TikTok all the time. It's like, hmm. Yeah, man. I had to go on that rant for a minute. Good Lord. Yeah. Yeah, I got more of that for sure. I've had a lot on my brain, man. It's like, bruh, I be seeing so much hypocrisy, bruh. It's like, man, it's like that shit be having me feeling like Neo in the Matrix. It's like once you find, like, bruh. All right, got 80 watching. Please hit the like button on if you haven't already. I'm gonna go on ahead and shut her down. I ain't want to go too long. I've been meaning to try to get these a little shorter. Um, but yeah, thank you guys for coming on. I really appreciate you guys. Um, I'm debating on whether I'm gonna go live again tomorrow. Because like I said, I do want to start. I really do want to start doing smoke shows. Um, I don't know. I may go tomorrow night. Either that or I'll just push it back till next weekend. But we'll see what's going on. Um, But then again, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll have that. I'll have to have that conversation. With one of my moderators, because I was having that conversation with him the other night. So, because you already know if I do that, man, certain people might end up pulling up. So, just find that. That's weird, man. The whole purpose of me being transparent was so that way I didn't have to deal with this kind of drama, and I'm still having, and it still came for me anyway. But that just go to show you I'm doing something right, right? Cause what's the saying go? If you ain't got no haters, you ain't doing it right. So if I'm being transparent and I still got haters, damn that says a lot, bro. That says a lot. Oh, for real? You going to Barakai, man? I'm jealous, bro. Like I'm like legit jealous, man. God, I miss Barakai so much, man. Manila and Cebu is cool, but Barakai is paradise, man. Literally paradise. Love Barakai, man. Bruh, if you go to Barakai, I highly recommend. And when I say I highly recommend, you go island hopping. Please go island hopping. All right. I'm gonna go ahead. He said honeys. Oh, dude, man, you're gonna see attractive Filipinas everywhere. Jared Bradshaw, I appreciate that. All right. Double checking. Think I'm good. All right. So Jamal Fowler. Will be the official sponsor for the night with the $20 cash app earlier. And as always, believe it should be. Yeah. That's the cash out tag if you guys want to support the channel. I appreciate you guys. This guy's been sending me super thanks, and videos and stuff as well, man. So anytime y'all support, donate, it's always appreciated. But I wanted to start giving recognition to guys that that I'm just so grateful and thankful for you guys. It's like I've had guys send me. I'm like I see guys sending me $100 super chats, and I'm just kind of like, wow. Like, I'm just thank you guys. Like thank you so much, man. Like for real. Yeah, man. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys, man. All right. Well, as you know, gonna go ahead and rock out. And y'all know how we do. Until next time, deuces.
Yeah.